Hey, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I got paid, which means it is time to do another bi-weekly paycheck check-in just to see how well I did with my budget and to go ahead and restuff my cash envelopes. So what I did here was just let me move this out of the way. I kept the money in the envelopes that I came under, and I'm using quotation marks. I will explain why later. Just so that I could go through and tell you guys how I did with each budget category or expense. So for gas, I came under budget $30, and once again, that is because I am working from home, so I am rarely going anywhere. I'm not stuck in traffic every day like I was whenever I worked in the office. For fun, I came under just $5 for flex. If you have not watched any of my previous budget with me videos, I like to take any change that I get back, or any singles that I get back and change, and I will put it to the side and put it in my flex envelope, and I will save the singles or the ones for whatever goal that I am working towards at the time. And for household, I came under $35, and really I did not come under anything at all, but I made a purchase using a debit card because the store at the time was not allowing for cash, so I had to swipe my card. So I just left my money in the envelope and pulled the $3 that I had and put it in flex. So if you are not following me on Instagram, then you would not know that I completely blew my budget last paycheck. I had a family member, her mother lost her battle to cancer. So I ran out to the mall to go to Pandora because the only local Pandora is in the mall. And I have not been to the mall in forever. So the sales in all of the stores got to me, and I walked out of there spending $200 that I did not budget for. So really, even though I came under budget using the cash envelope system, I'm really not under budget because now I have to make up for the transaction that I put on my credit card. So all in all, I came under $78, and I'm going to deposit this into the bank so that I can transfer it over to my credit card. And I will also have to lower my extra debt payment to pay off the rest of my little spending spree. And so I will put this off to the side, and I normally have a 10 that I put my singles in, but I am no longer saving for my daughter's back to school sinking fund, and once again I blew my budget, so I will be depositing the singles that I saved as well. Okay, so this is the money that I took from my bank accounts. I used two. One bank account just holds my groceries and gas money, and the other bank account has my personal, beauty, and household expenses. So I do have to go to two separate banks to withdraw cash from. And here I just wanted to have a better visual for you all. So I made a little table just showing the expenses that I use in cash, what I'm going to be using in cash for this pay period, the budgeted amount, as well as the actual amount. So for personal, I budget $100. And so I am actually going to keep this amount as 100. I could lower it since I did go over budget last time, but I know myself, and if I deprive myself too much, then I will be right back in the same position that I was in before. So I'm going to take the 250s and put them in the fun cash envelope. I was going to say account, if I could get it open. And this fun money includes basically anything that I want to use it on, which, not gonna lie, it mostly goes towards food. And this also includes my two kids as well. So it's not just for me, it's for all three of us. But I think that we do pretty well coming within budget, even under budget, especially now since we are in quarantine. So for flex, that's going to be for all of the singles that I get back and change. So I'm not going to put anything in there. Now for household, I did not take anything out of the ATM. So I am going to use the money that I had in the envelope previously, which leaves an extra $38 in my account, which I will use to transfer over to my card. Okay, and now for gas, I normally budget $70, but I am going to take out only $60 because once again, I am not working in the office and I've noticed that I've been coming way under budget. So I just figured that I will go ahead and lower it and I can find something else to apply that $10 to. So I'm only going to take out $60 and put it in my gas envelope. And even still, I feel like $60 is a little too much, but you never know. You may have to drive a little bit during the next 2 weeks. So I just want to be prepared. All right. And so for groceries, I budget $180 per paycheck. But I actually just took out $100 in the ATM because I hate dragging my kids through the grocery store. It takes so long. And so for the next half, normally I go and I stock up for a week, and then the other week I will go back to the grocery store again. This helps me to ensure that I'm not wasting food. So I left that last $80 in there so that I could order my groceries, so that I don't have to go back in there. I found the missing 2 envelopes. So for groceries, once again, I'm just going to put the remaining 20s in there, which is $100, and leave $80 in my account so that I can order my groceries for the second week. And for beauty, I typically budget $30 every paycheck just for, like, if I need some new mascara, etc. But since I went over budget last paycheck, I am not going to have anything put into my beauty cash envelope because I already blew it on Bath and Body Works. So I'm going to use that $30 and transfer it over to my card. So I'm just going to put it in my little pouch. I'm also going to include this in here as well, just in case I forget that I pulled out less than what I normally budget for. And we are ready to go. And now for the coins, if you are new here, I typically put my coins, I will show you all. I typically put my loose change in this old popcorn tin, but since we are in the middle of a pandemic, most stores want you to have exact change or as close to the exact amount as possible. So I have been just saving my coins and keeping it in a little Ziploc baggie and putting it in my pouch. And then when I have my singles that I save, I normally add it to a stack, and then when it gets pretty full like this, I will deposit it into one of my bank accounts. So what I'm going to do whenever I go back and deposit this amount that I came under, I am going to deposit this into my account as well. I'm using this as my daughter's back to school sinking fund, and school starts in about 2 weeks for her. So I am going to deposit that so that I can get her supplies and everything ready. And someone mentioned that I should get a safe for the money that I keep in my tin. I do feel pretty secure with the money being in my apartment right now just because I am at home. But when I do go back to the office, rest assured I will look into getting a safe. All right, so that wraps up this paycheck check-in. So I am going to head to the bank to deposit the money, but I will catch you all in 2 weeks just so I can check in and show you guys how I did. I am pretty confident that I am going to come under budget since I got that little spending spree off my chest, but I will catch you all in the next one.